Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we're going to be covering some new updates from Coral Island. These are all little pieces of information that I find super interesting, and I think you all will as well. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to extend yet another thank you for all of the amazing support that I've been receiving on the channel lately. Thank you for joining our new Discord. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for watching my content and hitting the like button. Thank you for commenting. All of those things are making such a huge difference in my world and in the growth of the channel, and it really means so much to me, so thank you. So the first thing I want to talk about is the clip of the interior of the barn that Coral Island tweeted on July 18th. So this is actually the first time, I believe, that we're seeing the 3D models of the baby cows. We had previously seen their 2D art, but this was, very exciting to see. They look so cute. So there's actually quite a few things we can take away from this clip, even though it was only like 4 or 5 seconds long. We can see that there's a feeder area similar to what we'd seen in the interior of the coop, and that's where your animals will eat from. So it looks like this particular interior probably only holds the 4 animals that we see here because there's only 4 food spaces. I'm imagining that you would then be able to further upgrade this barn to maybe hold like 8 animals, and then there would be additional food spots back there. There's a little kind of bulletin board on the right hand side. So this is actually an area where you can go to check some of the stats on your animals, your relationship with them and their names. This is where you can also go to either sell the animals or move them to a different barn or something like that. From earlier footage that we had seen with the chickens, we do know that when you interact with the animal, you can also see their age, the heart level you have with them, their mood, so on and so forth. So that will also show up when you interact with the animal as well. On the left hand side, there's sort of like a bin, for lack of a better term. I'm pretty sure this is where perhaps you can store extra food. Also perhaps where the barn will connect to like a silo. That's how it operates in Stardew, where you build a silo on your property and then all the grass you cut on your farm automatically goes into the silo, and then you can just collect it from this bin and place it out for the animals. So it kind of cuts down one step for you and increases the storage capacity for animal feed. And then we can also see that the animals will have a cute little heart icon above their head, and then once you pet the animal, the icon will go away. So this is a really easy way to track which of your animals you have and have yet to pet, which is so important. Okay, you gotta love your animals. It boosts their mood, which makes happy animal, which makes happy animal products, So the other thing from Twitter that I wanted to talk about was another little clip they shared. Of course, another like 10-second clip, but it is of a player chopping down a tree, and the player is wearing a sus chicken costume. So we get to take another look at the sus chicken costume, this time in action, and it's a nice reminder that there will be a number of different costumes that we can wear, so you don't have to wear like fashionable articles of clothing. You can wear like fun costumes too. So far we've seen this chicken costume and then also dragon wings, but in the developer diaries it has been stated that the team is working on adding more costumes, so we can imagine there will be a lot more to choose from as well. Something that's maybe only interesting to me, it does seem like it will take about 10 chops to cut down a tree. It looks like the player is using a pretty basic axe. It doesn't look like it's upgraded or anything unless it's just a placeholder. I imagine that when you start out with your starter tools, it will take like 10 chops to cut down the tree and then additional chops to get rid of that stump. But then once you upgrade your tools to like a copper axe, then it'll take less chops as you level up your tools and maybe also as you spend points on the skill tree. This is where it gets actually quite interesting, much more interesting than the 10 chops. So in the replies to this Twitter post, a user asked if we can plant more trees to save the planet, and the team responded saying, of course you can. We'll have various tree seeds and a redacted festival too. And they shared this with a GIF of a bunch of people planting a tree. I think this means that there's going to be like a tree planting festival. That's pretty exciting. I mean, that's not like 100% confirmed, but that's how I'm personally connecting the dots here. I think that'll be like such a wholesome event to attend. And I also wonder what types of tree seeds there will be. I wonder if it'll just be like the basics, like pine, maple, and oak, or if there'll be other trees. Maybe we can grow cherry blossom trees on our farm. I'm not sure, but this was definitely a really exciting thing to see on the Twitter. So that's essentially all that has been of interest on the Twitter, but there are a few things from the Discord that I definitely think are interesting and worth noting. So the first is that someone was asking about backer kit and Kickstarter and sort of like digital add-ons and such, wondering if there would be like DLC or like add-ons or anything like that outside of the game itself. Although nothing was like confirmed or stated definitively, one of the moderators noted that although the Kickstarter items will remain exclusive to Kickstarter backers, the team has not decided on any type of bundles yet, so we'll have to wait for more information to see if they will sell the soundtrack and art book again. So I just thought this was interesting that they're kind of leaving the door open for the possibility to sell extra pieces alongside the game. So like maybe digital items, maybe that art book, the soundtrack, maybe. The other thing was that someone asked whether pets will be available in early access, and we actually were talking about and speculating on pets in my first live stream, and according to the community manager, pets will actually be available for the full release. So it doesn't seem like this is something we'll be getting during early access. Now, although of course a lot of us will probably be disappointed because the pets are so sweet and there's so many great ones to choose from monkeys to lizards. I mean, we don't even know what their utility is yet, and it doesn't really seem like we'll be missing out on a whole lot of content not having them in early access. It'll just be like something extra to look forward to for the full release. So I'm actually happy that we get to wait for pets, because I definitely still want to have a lot of those things to continue to look forward to. It's also one less decision I have to make because I still don't know what pet I'll have, and I'll probably have all of them at some point, but I'm okay with putting that one off personally. Another thing that is useful information for those of us that really like to sort of have a timeline in mind or to really know when to expect things is that it does seem like the team will be releasing a new roadmap sometime after early access. I'm sure this is something we can look forward to seeing in one of their monthly developer updates once those resume beginning at the end of September. Early access is early access. We have to all remember that. It's still going to get so many updates between October 11th and whenever the full game actually comes to fruition. So I like to keep things organized. I like to know kind of where things are headed, even if it doesn't turn out exactly that way. I like to have a general idea, so I'm excited about that too. So something else we know the team is working on currently is actually multiplayer, and right now they're working on multiplayer in the form of island visits. So where you go to visit another person's coral island, essentially. So someone actually asked about that and whether we'd be able to visit other players' towns and farms for trades and socializing. So one of the moderators actually said that that is the plan, and although it may not be available for early access, it is a planned feature for players to visit other players' islands, as well as a multiplayer for a single island. I'm definitely excited that we will be able to visit each other's existing coral islands, as well as start an island from the ground up together, because I can just see so much value in having your coral island all set up the way you want and then being able to go visit and play with other people from that state and not having to sort of start from the very beginning just to play a multiplayer. So I'm very excited about this. I definitely look forward to visiting all of your islands ultimately. That is going to be so fun. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about today isn't necessarily a piece of news, but just a really good reminder, because I do see this quite often, and that is wondering whether you'll need to purchase early access and then also purchase the game when it fully releases, or if it's just like a one-time deal. And the answer is you just have to purchase early access, and then that game file will continue to get patches and updates until it ultimately reaches the full 1.0 release. So that was kind of the last thing I just wanted to touch on. And with all that being said, that has been a whole bunch of little sprinkles of information today about all sorts of different Coral Island related things. I will be streaming tomorrow, so Thursday at 6 p.m. PST again. We're going to be playing Dinkum, so if you're around, please drop in and check it out. I I would love to see you there. If you can't make it, don't worry, it will be uploaded afterwards for you to check out. Definitely let me know if you learned something new today or which little tidbit of information was your favorite. If you have any other questions or curiosities, anything and everything, I always love hearing from you in the comments. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care. And a very special thanks to Jose, Mandy, Meredith, and Formotus, my Sunstone members. I love you all, and thank you so much for your support. It really helps to make all of this possible and means the world to me.